Hi everyone, so we're here for the SAT question of the day for October 6th, 2011. 79% of students answered this one correctly, and it's a writing question, so let's go ahead and read it. The finest quality raw silk comes from the commonly domesticated silkworm, Bombyx mori. It feeds on the leaves of the mulberry tree. Okay, so the first thing I noticed is this comma here, which as you can see is not underlined, so it has to stay. The part before the comma is a full sentence. The part after the comma is also a full sentence, and for that reason it's what's called a comma splice. That's the name for this error, and that's if you put a comma between two complete sentences. A comma is meant to set off a sentence fragment, not a full sentence. So you should never have a comma between two full sentences. And that's a very important rule. It does pop up a lot on the SAT, so keep an eye out for that. So for that reason, you know it's not going to be A or C, because C would create a new sentence as well. All right, so now we're down to B, D, and E, right? And then, so the finest quality raw silk comes from the commonly domesticated silkworm, Bombyx mori, comma, feeding on the leaves of the mulberry tree. Okay. Well, feeding, alright, are we talking about the silkworm here? It's okay. It doesn't sound horrible, but it doesn't seem quite right, so I'm going to keep moving here. The finest quality silk comes from the silkworm, which feeds on the leaves of the mulberry tree. Okay, well that's a little bit better. I like the which, because that refers back to the silkworm. Okay, and then the finest quality raw silk comes from the commonly domesticated silkworm, having fed. Well, no, remember you want to try to stay away from having or being if you can. The ing form of the verb here, so you notice you have having and feeding. It doesn't really agree with the verb that's already established here, which is the silk comes from something something, which is present tense. So I'd rather have my answer be in present tense, like D. Comes, feeds, has parallel structure. All right. So it's going to be, oops, this one's going to be D.